Alright, good morning y'all. Welcome back to Panama City. I'm Bob. Today is Monday, September the 1st. So, happy Labor Day. I've got my wife fishing with me for a little while this morning, and we've come offshore, and it's pretty sporty. Wind's blowing probably 12 to 15 miles an hour. The seas are running, I don't know, foot and a half, something like that. But today is opening day of the fall red snapper season, and the gag grouper season, and amberjack. So we've come out here to see if we can catch some gag grouper. Red snapper we don't seem to have a problem catching, but I don't know that we actually need any red snapper, but it's kind of hard to throw them back when they're keepers. But we're going to fish out here for a little while, or see if we can sit out here and fish for a little while. If we can't keep the trolling motor in the water, then we'll go back inshore. But we're going to get set up and fish. So y'all stick around and see what we can do. Now the wind's out of the northeast, and the water temperature is right at 81 degrees. So it's come down a good bit in the last couple of weeks. Red grouper here. He ain't big enough.
So I need one of those bigger rods.
Real, just real. Well, we couldn't keep the trolling motor in the water offshore, so we came back inshore, and we're going to fish a little bit here and bounce around a little bit, see what we can catch. Little red snapper. Huh?
Did you cut them on a menhaden or?
No, on cut cigarman. Okay. He's 16 inches, so we'll let him go. We don't want him that small. Looks like a pretty good red snapper. That's what it feels like, eh? Nice red snapper. Nice red snapper. And he's 18 inches, so I'll keep him. Small. Little bitty one. Gag grouper. Not near big enough. But I like to see them. Another little red snapper. The equipment that I'm using to catch these snapper are my Penn fears. I've got 3s and 4s on matching Penn Fierce rods. They're 5,000 size reels. They've got 30-pound braid, 50-pound trilene big game leader. I'm using a 5/0 Mustad Demon Perfect Circle hook. Small pieces of cut cigar minnow. I'm cutting the head and tail off and cutting the rest of the cigar minnow in half, so that's what I'm using for bait. Snapper. A little grouper. Little gag grouper. There we go. Feels like a red snapper. Feels like a pretty good red snapper. Nice keeper. He's 16 and a half, so we don't need any more, so I'm gonna release him. Alright, well, we're gonna call it a day. It's been a pretty decent day considering that we spent the majority of it inshore. We got 81-degree water temperatures inshore right now, so the temperatures are coming down. I was able to catch a bunch of red snapper. Had 4 keepers that we could have kept. I only kept 1 for dinner tonight, but had 4 that I measured that were keepers. Caught some gag grouper that were too small, caught red grouper that were too small. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad day of catching fish. We wanted to catch a keeper gag, but just never got bit by one inshore. And they may just not be in here right now, or they weren't where we were fishing, or they weren't hungry or something, I don't know. But anyway, it was a nice day to spend with my wife. She did have an errand that she had to run in the middle of the day, but she's been fishing with me. So it was fun. Appreciate y'all watching the video. I hope you learned something. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, ring the bell if you want to get notified when I release new videos. I'm running charters. The fall red snapper season goes for the first 2 weeks of September, so today's September 1st. And then it's every Friday, Saturday, Sunday until the end of the year, or until the government decides that we've caught enough red snapper. But I'm running charters, so if you'd like to come fishing with me, hit me up on Facebook at Epic Nearshore PC, through my YouTube channel, or my phone number will be in the description. You're welcome to call or text me, and we'll set something up. But appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.